All you gotta do is hush, you ain't gotta say much when you make that right connection. If you wanna double up, keep the money in the tuck, I can put you in the right direction. I can never get enough, all I got is us, I speak the true confession. Everything goes smooth cause I stay on the move and make them right connections. All you gotta do is hush, you ain't gotta say much when you make them right connections. If you wanna double up, keep the money in the tuck, I can put you in the right direction. I can never get enough, all I got is us, I speak the true confession. Everything goes smooth cause I stay on the move and make them right connections.
You already know what it is. We are here. We are back to do what we do. I'm here with my girl, Cari, and we here to do what we do and connect the coaches with the coaching connections. What's going on with you, Cari?
What is going on? I can't believe, like, I was just, I've been kind of floored. Like, we've only had, this is like our 4th show.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, at first, I was like, okay, we had our interview on my regular show, Connected with Cari, here on Just TV, Just FM. Usually, like, I have it on Tuesday nights, Saturday nights. That was kind of like the whole flow of things. And then, I had you on, and they were like, hey, we have this idea.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you do Address the Culture. I do Connected with Cari. I'm like, we got to do something together. We gotta do something together. I'm like, okay. So you came up with this whole huge idea of adding our 2 podcasts together and our 2 shows together, ideally, because we both do podcasting. We both have our shows on radio. And so it was like this whole culture connection. And I was like, this is such a brilliant idea. But the thing was, this is what was like, I was like, oh, I don't know how we're going to do, because I have my usual people that, just like you have your fans. And it's like, are they going to like the show? Are they going to watch? Are they going to be faithful, loyal followers?
Yes.
And sure enough, lo and behold, our first show, like, well over what is like 80,000 people had tuned in, right?
The first show.
The first, and I was like, oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Like, it's a hit. So we're building up our followers, like our audience, as you could see through our introduction little video there. Thank you for putting that together. It is brilliant. I love it. It's the first time I saw it. So everyone's like, why haven't you seen this? No, I haven't seen it. I love it. It's good because I can share it. So, but yeah, so now, like I said, I was on the fence. I'm like, I don't know. Hopefully everyone will like it, but everyone's loving it. They're still coming in. Yes. So they love you. And I was like, okay, thank goodness. So, but my Connected with Cari shows are still always Saturdays. Make sure you guys tune in there too, what you guys have. You've been so loyal and wonderful. I love you guys. They're so great.
Absolutely.
So yeah. So now that we have a nice big audience always coming in, on my side of the world right now, there is actually some flooding happening. I'm in Alberta, Calgary, Alberta. And then there's BC, British Columbia next to me, like our next province over. They're on, I want to say the west, but they're on the east side. No, yeah, they're on the west side of us. And so, and you're south. But yeah, so they're having some flooding. So we want to make sure, like, everyone's, do read up a little bit about it, see what's happening. But there's mudslides. There's also one of my friends who's actually, who goes like in my church, where we have this little church group chat going on. Her dad was actually in that mudslide, like he drives a truck. And so I think you can actually kind of see on the end of that picture, there's a bunch of trucks there. So now that road's actually closed off, and it's going to be closed off for a good while. So people that are there, they've actually had to be taken, like, through this group chat. I've kind of learned, like, they had to, because when you're not in that situation, you don't know exactly what's going on. You're like, oh, this happened, whatever. And then you kind of live your life because it doesn't really affect you. But this actually kind of does, because there's truckers that actually run that route through there. And so these truckers now have to, find a different way to be able to haul their stuff through this situation, or they're going to have to wait for this to be cleared out. So it could be a couple of weeks. It could be, who knows, maybe they can airlift things. I don't know. Like, I don't know the situation. So yeah, it's pretty bad. I actually just saw as well on I think it was
It's,
Facebook. Yeah, Facebook. Somebody was actually like driving their tractor through and getting their vehicle out of like their garage and things like that. You know how flooding is. It can be
yeah,
horrible and terrible. And so those that are in need, like those that have been stuck, some of them have been taken to some shelters, things like that. So they have been doing that. I've kind of did read up a little bit on that, which is good. But they may need some supplies down there. They may need some volunteers.
absolutely.
So maybe just kind of go on and see in some local, I don't know if it's like the Red Cross or I don't know, just kind of peek around and see, ask some friends and maybe just kind of get some information on how you can help. I don't know if they need money or if they just need
They do.
resources. Who
They
knows?
need it all. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And it's one of those tough situations. And that's why we wanted to talk about it on our platform.
Yeah.
And we want to say, give our condolences to everybody that lost their lives, all of our people that's watching it, and in that area in British Columbia, Vancouver, all across, you know what I mean, who's
Yeah.
going through these hard times. We want to give our prayers. And like she said, if it's anything that you want to help, Red Cross, whatever,
Yeah.
give out. I know they need help. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
still believe some people are still without power. They
Yeah,
still
without power.
recovering.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then like my friend's her dad, he's the truck driver that was kind of stuck. Like
yeah,
his like wallet's in his truck, he can't even get to it.
yeah,
His medicine was in his truck and like he's stuck, right?
yeah.
So there's probably ways to be able to help give people what they need, like the medicine and some extra money or whatever, right? Until they can get, those possessions back. So, and that's the thing, we don't realize what goes on behind the scenes when these things happen and what people have to go through. So it's kind of nice to be able to have some empathy and put yourself in that situation of like, okay, if there was an emergency, how can I help? What would I need in that situation, right? So that's something, and we're not like, this is a fellow who's like over 65. So it's
Absolutely.
not like he can just be running around and going and doing everything, like, it can take a toll on
Oh
your
man.
body,
Oh
things
man.
like that, right? So yeah. So
We
if you
deal with
are, yeah,
we deal with major floods over here in the States as well. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So like I get it. It's been so many going on, especially when you hear people losing their lives. And like you said, your friend father can't get to his medicine and so on and so forth. It could get spicy real fast. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's a lot of things going on in the world. So again, on this platform, we just want to, talk about those things that affect my culture as well as Cari and
yeah,
everybody across the globe. That's what's so interesting about this platform
culture,
that
yeah,
we're able to tap in. And shouts out to our people in Italy that's watching. We
yeah,
want to
shout
say
out.
Roku TV, everybody. You know what I'm saying? We kind of fortunate enough to be all over the world. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So we are able to have a platform where we can voice certain things that affects just not only our culture, the world. So again, we want to
exactly.
give our
Yeah,
condolences to everybody that lost their lives. You know what I mean? And hope everybody can, kind of get themselves together because I know
yeah.
it's tough, man.
And
We
don't
live in
like
a tough
feel free to
situation.
reach out. Yeah. Like
Yeah,
there are resources out there. There's ways to be able to help each other. And we've all been through, every single culture has been through some kind of disaster,
absolutely.
whatever, like hurricanes, tsunamis, earthquakes, whatever. Everyone's kind of, we know the drill. Let's help each
Yeah,
other and pray for each other and let's, hope for the best, of course. So
absolutely.
yes. So all you in BC, we love you guys, and hopefully Alberta can step in and help because we are your neighbors. So, yeah. So that's the interesting thing about everyone's cultures is that we actually do have that in common. We are connected that way with
Yeah,
the tragedies of the world, the natural disasters of the world. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So we all
yeah.
know what to do. We need to step up.
We,
But
we,
the
we all
same thing,
connected. We all
we
connected. You know what I
are,
mean? We all connected.
we
Reach
are,
one, teach one. Let's love. You know what I mean? So, and speaking of love and, culture
hello.
connection and dope music, we got a dope artist. You know what I'm
We
saying? We
do.
got we got that boy RB Keys in the building. You know what I mean? He is here. He gonna talk to us, you know what I'm saying? Let us know what's going on with him. We gonna connect our culture. He over there
Absolutely.
on your side, you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
He's on
You
my
know,
side. Yeah.
yeah.
And he's not technically my neighbor. He's actually two more provinces down east. He's in Ontario. So, yeah. So, but
Okay.
he's still like a neighbor. But
Yeah.
yeah, and I actually had him on my Culture with Connected. See, here we go. Connected with Cari show every time. Now he's on this one too. So yeah, I can say he's been here. But yeah, so he was on my platform too actually last year as well. So you guys can go back and check out that video, that interview as well. That would be awesome. And yeah, my Instagram has like a little clip of that too, in case you don't want to go watch the full thing. Like some people don't have time. They're busy watching the flooding. I get it. It's okay.
I get it. I get it. But you know, we got reruns, so you can come on back and catch up with the Culture Connection. You know
That's right. But yeah, so I know RB. He and I, we've actually been, technically Facebook friends for probably about 9 years, and we've actually been more like closer friends probably for the past like maybe 5 years. So yeah, so it's been pretty cool. And then I slowly have been getting to know him like through his posts and his music. I've actually been in one of his music videos. We can bring that later.
All right. Let me find out. Look, we gonna have to play that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gonna have to put that on the big screen or something. You know what I'm talking about?
Right, but yeah, so I just, like I said, I've been learning a little bit more and more, and just finding out how incredible and talented he is. Like so many people have these incredible talents and they're like hidden. And then all of a sudden, like they'll post something and you're like, they do what? Like
pleasant surprise. You know what I'm saying?
They've done what? So anyway, so he's a very interesting person and he's got an interesting story to tell. So we'll get him in here and we can begin his little fun journey here with us tonight.
Let's get him on in here. You know what I'm saying?
RB.
What's going on, man?
You guys saying, man? How you doing?
How you doing, brother? Welcome to the show, man.
Yes, man. I'm glad to be back, yo.
Yeah, it's good to see you back virtually. Not on Facebook. Well, actually, this technically will kind of go to Facebook too, but anyway. Usually it's just like, you scroll through your friend's feed and then, he popped up something and all this. And so I get to kind of see his, kind of journey over the year of what he's been doing and posting. So it's been kind of cool, but it's actually nice to kind of virtually see you. So hi.
Yeah. So it like I've heard about your story, man, and you've done a lot. You know what I'm saying? And we kind of want to talk about it all. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You play piano. You know what I'm saying? You're an artist. You do quite a few things.
I might put on a show for you guys if you want. Look.
We all about that. We got a whole shower studio situation going on.
We do.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's trademarked. It's trademarked. It's taken.
Trademarked. You know what I'm talking about? So we definitely like that type of energy, man. But what I want to know is how did you get your name, man?
Yeah, so it's been like it's quite a journey I've been through, like most artists and producers. So like it started way back when I was young. Like, I started getting into music from like age 9 when I started to learn piano. So after that, like I started to get into more with production around high school. And then when I started taking a class in production, and my brother, he used to make music too. So he gave me a program, FL Studio. And I started playing around with that. And I started to make beats. And from there, I just started to keep making more beats and, try to hit up a lot of artists and, try to get my name out there. So eventually, as time went on, I started getting more connected with more artists and, everything just started coming together for me from there. So
that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. It's all about the network. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. This network. One thing just keep leading to another. That's what happened,
Yeah.
Every opportunity, like a lot of opportunities started coming. So, and I just keep taking advantage of it. And every opportunity that came just led to a bigger opportunity for me. So that's just kind of what happened.
Yeah,
man.
That's the dope part about the game, man. Especially when you putting out music and people receiving it, then you start networking with other people and making your brand grow. You know what I mean? So when you first started making music, when did you know that you was good at it and then good enough to pursue? You know what I mean?
Well, I started making beats like probably the first time I really knew I was gonna like I had a real gift for it was like after probably the first few beats I made, and I realized, okay, I could really do something with this because I really felt like because first it was just me playing piano, and then after when I started making those first few beats, I just made it for fun. And then after I realized, like this is something I really want to do, like I really, really enjoy it. So I started taking it more serious, and then I just started learning more and more, like everything I can about it, watching videos, a lot of YouTube videos, and just teaching myself about it. And I just got better and better. And then from there, just when I started getting the good feedback, I started realizing, yeah, I really have something. I really have a gift. So I just took it from there.
That's
Mhm.
dope. That's dope.
Yeah. Tell us because I know you told a story about how your mom got you like this tiny little keyboard,
Yes,
your
that's how it
toy
all started.
keyboard.
That's how it all
Yeah.
started. Like when I was like 8 years old, like I don't know, she just randomly, I think it was my uncle or my mom. I got it for Christmas, and then it was like a little piano toy keyboard. So it had like songs on it, and then I would somehow I'll just start saying the notes, and then I'll start figuring out the melody of the song, and then I'll like play with one finger and all that because I didn't know how to play. And then after that, my mom saw that, she heard that, and then she put me into music school for like 3 years, and that's where I really developed my piano skills more. And then from there, after that, I started learning more on my own and becoming more better on my own with that. So that led into my music career, like me being drawn into music. That's when I know that I wanted to do something with music. I didn't know what it was at the time, but I knew
Yeah.
I wanted to do something with music. But when I got introduced into production, that's when I knew this is what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a big difference between producing beats or producing music and then wanting to actually like do, some type of music. Like some people want to write music, some people want to do that. But you
Yeah,
knew that you wanted to actually be like, okay, I want to do the music behind, like the beats behind the music, I should say.
exactly.
So
Yeah,
that's kind of like, there's everyone has like that specific like spice to like the music. Like I like this
yeah,
one, I like that one. So it's
yeah.
finding like the right taste of the beats. So when you started making your beats, I don't even think I actually asked you last time, but
Because
what
actually,
made you, yeah, what kind of made you decide what type of beats to make? Because there's thousands, millions and millions of type, like different, even just music, right? So we have like
yeah,
millions of types of beats out there. So what made you decide, like, well, I don't want like a Jamaican beat. I want this type of like a beat or an EDM beat or whatever. Like,
yeah.
what made you, what beat did you start with and why did you decide to start with that?
I just really looked into like what I really liked, like what kind of music I really like love to listen to. So I started with that, and then I thought like, okay, what could make me like unique? Like, okay, what skill do I really have that I could really put into my music? And I know it was piano and the keys. So initially I started off with like making a lot of beats that like has piano sounds in it. So that's where like I decided, okay, I should put my name as something like RB keys, like piano, something with the keys in it. That would
Mm-hmm.
be so that's where that came from, RB keys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And RB, of course, is your name.
yeah. My
Because
first
I know
my,
Big Wall's like, how did you come
it's
up
my
with your name?
initials, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, like when we talk about just your sound and the type
Yeah.
of music that you create, if somebody was to ask you to describe your sound, what would you tell them, RB?
I'll say it's a mixture. It's like I won't I don't stick to a particular one sound. It's just like a certain set of sounds that I usually like to like work with more. But like I'll say it's more like hip hop, R&B, and dancehall, and a little bit of pop. So it's a mixture of those. But within all of those, I like to put piano sounds in there and show off my like a lot of good melodies and stuff. So that's what I like to do.
Okay, all right. So you got more like a Caribbean flair. You like
Yeah,
you
mix
you
of
mix.
Caribbean because my background's Caribbean, and African.
Yeah,
So I like to put a little bit of all of that into it, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I have the
I can
piano.
dig
I have my soft piano side. I have my Caribbean side. I got my hip hop side. So I know
Yeah.
I just use all of that into my music, you know.
Why
Mhm.
I like a
not
little bit
though?
of each. Yeah, yeah, man.
It's all a part of you.
I
You know
like to
what
show
I'm
people,
saying?
know, I like I'm very versatile with what I do. You know, I don't just stick to
Yeah.
one because a lot of people like to put producers in one box. Oh, he's a hip hop producer. He's a trap producer. No, I'm not. I'm not any of those. I'm all of
Yeah.
those and more. You
Yeah.
know, I can do all of that. Yes.
Yeah.
Like RB could probably make you a beat, Big Wall.
Yeah.
Look, like, hey,
Just
we
doing my job.
Yes.
connecting the coaches. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
we gonna end up doing us a coaching connection project. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got some things cooking. You know what I'm saying? As far as distribution with Empire, so on and so forth. You know, we got a lot of things going. So we are definitely gonna put a project together. And you
For
know,
sure.
and
For
that's
sure.
what I love about platforms like this. When you could talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
different artists with different sounds and different experiences. And you know, music is that one language that all connects us. You know what I'm saying? Music
Exactly.
is a language
Exactly.
within itself. So you able to hear different people in different parts of the world making the
Yeah.
same type of music that you could gravitate to. That's a
A
Mhm.
lot of
language.
the, a lot of times, like when I make a beat, it usually reflects the mood I was feeling when I was making that beat. You
Yeah,
know, so
yeah,
Yeah.
I put it
yeah,
into that. You know.
yeah,
So
Because
sometimes if
like,
I'm feeling like in a dark mood, then I might make a
yeah.
dark beat, and then that'll describe the feeling I was. So a lot of time I'll listen to some of my past beats, and I just instantly takes me back to like how I was feeling back then. You know, certain
It's
times.
yeah,
like those old
Yeah,
school songs and you're
yeah,
listening to them on the radio and you're like, oh, and that brings you totally back to like whenever
exactly.
you first heard it and you're like, oh, I remember this song, right?
yeah,
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 Same
yeah.
thing.
That
That's fun.
nostalgia. You know what I
yes,
mean?
yeah,
That it's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what the coach is missing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um.
Yeah.
Now, when you think about artists and music people that influence you, you know, who are some people that you look up and that you felt like help kind of mold your style? Because you know, let's be honest, we all take pages out of other artists' books
Oh
that
yeah.
we look up to. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Well,
saying? So for
honestly,
you,
it's not really like one particular like artist like that really
right?
influenced me. It's like I have a whole bunch of them. Like a lot of artists I listen to. Like if I just hear the music and I like you, I like what you do, that there inspires me. So I was just like, you'll be an inspiration to me. So like there's a bunch of them still. Like I can't even like pinpoint like one or two that I really stuck to, but I just like because I listen to a whole variety of artists and a lot of them have inspired me in many ways. You know?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
yeah,
Let's talk about, because I know a little bit, because, you know, we both have a mutual friend,
Yeah.
KL, who, you know, I
Yes.
met a little while ago, but you actually did a beat for him and a couple people, but it actually became award winning.
Yeah, man.
So, how can a producer, you know, what does it take to make an award winning beat?
Award-winning beat. Honestly, well, to do that, it's just you just give it your best. When you're making the beat, you put your all into it. Like I always put my all into everything I make. Like I can never just finish a beat when I don't feel it's not fully finished in my hands. Like someone might feel it's finished. If I don't feel it's finished, and I'm gonna keep working on it. So I just like to put a lot into it, and a lot of people even say that like when they hear my beats, like yours is just sounds like it's not sound like most producers that just like very simple. Like I put a lot of effort into it. So I want to make sure that it's worth it. So that's what that's what I do. I put my all into it, and I feel like it ends up reflecting when people hear it. They'll be like, yeah, this is really, really good, and they love it, and you know,
Mhm.
you know, higher
Yeah.
ratings, and likes, and get awards.
it's it's the passion, right? You know what I'm saying?
Passion. You have to
The
have the
love
passion.
of
That's
it.
what it is.
You
You need to have the
have
love.
to.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to.
you
Like I've been on
can't.
this journey for years, man. Like
Yeah,
I've been on it for years. Like I never stop because it's what I love to do.
yeah,
Like people will try to discourage you here and there, but it's when you really love it, you just can't stop. You just keep
yeah,
going.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I've got a question for Big Wall
yeah.
because you're an artist.
Go on.
how do you choose a beat? How do you, like, you go through different beats, or someone sends you beats, or you look for them? What makes you choose a beat?
Well, for me, like when I first started, it was a situation where like don't matter whatever the beat was, I wanted to try to kill a track, no matter if I liked it or if I didn't like it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you can get a beat and initially you might not like it, but with the lyric and a
Oh
vibe that
yeah.
you create on the track, you will start liking the beat. You know what I'm saying? Like that happens so much. And
Oh,
Yeah.
trust me. Yeah.
now it's to a point like when I get a beat, it's about a feeling. It's about a vibe. Like
Yeah.
when I get a beat, I want to hear like 8 bars off the back. Like I'm spit. Like I done got the hook. I got a melody. I got a. You know what I'm saying? Like I want it to be
Yeah.
easy breezy
Yeah.
because it's all about a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
for me, picking the beats are very important. A lot of artists don't believe that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Sonically,
I
you know what
I
I mean?
agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's very
Definitely,
important.
you got to pick a good beat. Like a lot of
Yeah,
artists don't pay too much attention to that. They think
yeah,
because they got a good flow and lyrics and everything, that's all they need. But it's really
Yeah.
the production that really brings out everything. If you choose a
absolutely.
good beat and put a good rap or good like performance on that beat, that will
Yeah.
get you like high ratings
Yeah,
and high
Yeah.
probably up your chances of winning awards. You know what I mean?
hmm
yeah.
Okay, RB, I've got a question for you now, because Big Tone kind of put that in perspective. But have you had an artist come to you and ask, say, like, I really like this beat, but can you add something into it? Have you ever
Oh,
done that
definitely.
for an
Yeah,
artist?
a lot of times, a lot of times. That's the thing. Like I always like to, I'm always open to compromise and like make changes to my production if to suit the artist's needs. And that's one thing that's key too. You have to have good like you have to understand what the artist wants to, you know. So I can't just be like I don't want to usually be all for myself. Like okay, I made it like this and
Well, I think he might have got stuck. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
was just like, I don't know if it's on my end or
yeah, but
then.
I think what he was saying was that it's all about a vibe. Like I didn't have the opportunity to interview
Yeah.
so many producers. You know what I'm saying?
hi guys. Sorry.
And when you interview them, when I've interviewed producers, they all say it's about a vibe. It
Yeah.
like if you get in there with an artist and you not having the same chemistry and you feel like you could just give them any kind of beat, it's not gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have
Exactly.
some kind
Yeah.
of chemistry with
It
the
needs to be that
artist.
chemistry. Yeah, it has to be
Yeah,
a
Yeah.
vibe. Yeah,
it has to be. It has to be,
exactly.
or it's not
That's why
gonna work.
yeah, they both have to agree that okay, this is exactly how I like it. This is it. I like exactly what you did with it. And if we're not in agree, if both you guys are not agreeing with it, then it can't really work out. A certain artists, they have their style and they like to be a certain way. And me as a producer, it's my job to deliver it to the artist exactly how they want. So they can give their best performance on that beat. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
To kind of piggyback that, being that you're an award-winning producer, you know what I
Mhm.
mean. Um, there's a lot of producers out here that they're making beats, but they can't get them placements. Now, being a producer that get placements is a different level from a producer just out here making beats. You was fortunate
Exactly.
enough to get placements by being an award-winning producer. Um,
Yes.
what are the steps and what are some of the tools that you can help upcoming producers, give them some guides, some guidance so they could possibly get their beats placed and become
Yeah.
award winning as well.
Well, you just gotta, first off, it start with believing in yourself. You gotta believe that that your beats are really good and that you got it. And next thing, yeah, you just gotta hustle for it. You gotta know that okay, I'm capable of getting placements, and then you just gotta keep pushing for it. That's why I gotta. The only advice I can give because that's what I kept doing. I just kept pushing. I believed that my beats were very good. I gave it my best, and I put all my love, my talent into it. Did what I could, and I just put it out there, and I just wait to see what the universe is going to bring back to me with it, and it brought me back an award.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
yeah,
just sort of happened. It just kind of floated to you.
You know,
Well, it's
when
really
I went out there,
funny.
I reached out to people. You know, I send them my stuff. I'm always connecting and networking. You know,
Yeah.
so you always got to keep networking. You know, no matter how much rejection you keep getting, don't give up. You just got to keep pushing. That's what a lot of people like end up feeling. They get rejected a few times and they feel like, okay, they're not good enough. No, man, you're good. You're always good. You know, you're as good as what you believe. You know, so
Yeah.
you got to keep pushing. You got to keep working hard, and eventually it'll come for you. Like I just had my man Andrew afterwards. He's the next guy. Shout out to him. I don't know if he's watching, but he's one of my boys. I met him at a beat making competition. Man, he's been doing his thing for like 12 years. He's finally got his first TV placement, man. So congrats to him, man. Like,
Nice.
yo, a round of applause to him, man. He's one of the hardest working producers I know, man. So yeah, hats off to him.
Yeah.
That's the best feeling in the world, right? Like
Yeah,
when you've been grinding for so long and you reach the point where now you can monetize, where you can make money off of your passion and your love.
Yeah.
Like that is the best feeling in the world. Like that's the kind of thing that motivates the culture and keep you going. How did it feel? Put me in that moment. You know what I'm saying? When you won your award and you got that call and you knew you had this placement and you got stripes next to your name now. How did it feel in that moment?
It was bittersweet because I love the fact that it finally happened. Like this was like the first time I won. I was like, wow, I can't believe it. We actually won. But I was so upset I couldn't actually be there to hold the award. Okay. You know what I mean?
I was gonna bring that up. I was gonna bring it up because he won the award, and like everybody that was in the song, they live here in Calgary, right? And he's over in Toronto, so it's like he never got to hold the award until like a couple years later or something. So.
I still wish I still wish I could have been there, you know, at the award show, you know, waiting in the seat and just, you know, hearing that the song won the award. That's the feeling I wanted. That's what I want, you know. But I'm still happy that we won, you know.
Absolutely.
It's a great feeling, man.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They can't take that award away from you.
What's really paying off. So, you know, that's the feeling I got. Like, you know, all the hard work I've been putting in for years.
Yeah.
It's finally paying off. I'm finally getting that energy back. And it just kept motivating me, kept going, you know, and it just led to opening more doors for me. So I'm just thankful for that.
I like that, man. And speaking and coming and like keeping it going, because you got a motivational spirit, like always keep it going. That hustler's ambition. I like that type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? So along your life, what was some of the best advice that you've gotten that helped you to have that type of mentality that you have?
Well, I just got by like a lot of people just like told me, you know, just no matter what, you just gotta keep it going. You just gotta keep pushing. Like no matter how hard it gets, like through the tough time, just know that, you know, you have to go through these tough times to see the better times come. You know, you can't you can't give up too quick. You know, there's a lot of people they give up on their dreams too quick. Like one of the best, I think one of the best quotes I've read was like, I can't remember the exact words. It goes along the line like, I can't remember the words. It's like if you quit, like a lot of people. I'm sorry, I forgot the words, but.
No, it's cool. I get it. I get it because at the end of the day, you live it. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is, and sometimes your words get away from you, but you know what it is, and you have practiced it, and you have used that to motivate yourself to reach the heights that you have. So like I get it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That motivation is crazy. I like that.
I mean,
a lot of people are motivated, especially like my brother. Like he's one of the most the person that motivated me the most. Like always gave me the encouraging words to keep going. So he like all throughout the years, like he's always kept pushing me to keep going.
Yeah.
So I have to give it to him a lot.
Yeah.
You know, keep me pushing.
That's
and,
what's up.
Like a lot of people. KL too. He's another one. KL, yeah.
Yeah. We all need that motivation.
Yeah.
It's true. I think we all, because we all create things, but we all get into like this slump right? And we're like, I don't know what to do, and I don't know, and like I think what happens is we all get into the like we build. We know what we want to do. We get so excited and we keep going, and then all of a sudden it's like I don't know if we run out of ideas or we just get to like burnout stage, and then it's like and then you just get to that slump, and you're like, I don't even know what I want to do, and then you just kind of like you almost have to take time off, and then you have to get like I don't know. And you have to watch something or listen to something or talk to someone, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, you're motivated again, and you're like,
Okay,
oh,
I actually I remember the quote that I wanted to say.
There we go. See, I knew it was
Okay.
going to come. I'm like,
It said
just have it for
a
a bit.
lot of life failures come from people that didn't realize how close they were to success when they gave up. So I keep that with me. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. I like that. Because
Yeah.
you don't know how close you be.
Exactly.
You know
A lot of people they don't know how. A lot of people didn't know how close they were.
Yeah.
And then they gave up too quick. And then
Yeah.
if they only went on a little more, they would have seen
Just
everything
a little
come.
bit more.
Yeah.
What's that? What, tripping at the finish line?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And then there's have you seen that Facebook? It's usually Facebook that floats around. It's just like this picture of this guy like digging through like a tunnel, and he's got like this much more to dig out, and then he's through whatever or gets the gold or whatever's on the other side. He's like this close, and then he's just exhausted and he gives up. And it's like you're that close. That close.
Right there. But see, the thing is that you don't know it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. They didn't know. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's a mental game. That's all it is. It's a mental game.
Yeah.
Totally, 100%. What's your mental game planning a beat?
Okay. Usually I just go by, like more how I feel at that moment. Okay. Sometimes I get like an idea in my head, right? And I'll lay that down and then I'll build around it. Sometimes my mind is blank and I just go in the studio and I mess around and a good beat comes out of that. So usually, I think the best beat comes when I have the idea in my mind first and then I put it out.
Yeah. So that's your process. Like when you get in the studio and you putting everything together, you know what I mean? What's your process like? You know what I mean?
Well, okay, the first thing I'll end up doing, it'll start with if I have the idea in my mind, then it'll be like the melody first, and then after that, I'll build like a drum loop around it, and then I'll start building up more, and then after that, like I'll start building other parts of the beat. Like I'll build up the chorus first, usually, which is like most busiest part of the beat, and then from there I'll put the verses out, and I'll loop everything up, and I'll just finalize the beat and everything. So that's how I usually go. Sometimes I just start with the drums, and then I just try and find a melody around that. So it all depends.
So can you explain, because I know there's probably people that are watching. I myself, when I was kind of like a whole layperson before I got into music industry stuff and knowing more and more, can you explain, because there are, like, to me it'd be like probably before I was into music would be just be like, okay, well, it's just something you're listening to, you're bopping your head to on the radio, it's just the music behind the lyrics. So what people don't know is there's actually layers to a beat. So if you want to kind of explain that a little bit to the audience, and then we'll get you to play after, but just kind of explain like how or like what a beat's kind of made of.
Well, it's made up of several different like melodies and components, like the drums, the hi-hats, the main melody, and then there's like the additional melodies that support the main melody, and then like all of that put together will make a main structure of a beat from there, and then the producer can add many other different effects to it, so it's all up to what the producer wants to do with the beat. Sometimes they want to make it very simple, sometimes they want to add a lot more to it. So
yeah.
Do you want to actually, because you said you might be able to play for us, but maybe do you want to take us through one? Maybe just show us a little bit. It can be an existing beat already, of course, like it's easier, but Yeah, that would be
Oh.
kind of cool to just be like, okay, this is how I make one beat.
Oh, like show you
Yeah.
on my like, studio.
He's like, put me in a position, Cari.
Set up my laptop and everything. Hold on.
This is my job. You see, I
Yeah.
give people homework. I give them like I put them on the spot, and it's just like people think when they come on my shows that it's easy breezy, and it's just like, oh, we're just gonna talk and it'll be fun, which it is. But then I always give them homework, or I like put them on the spot, and I'm like, okay, show me this.
I will.
You did it
Maybe
to me.
I'll break down one of my older beats that I have. How about that?
Yeah.
All right, that's dope. That's dope.
Yes. Yeah, just give me some time. My laptop's loading up.
Now you good.
Yeah,
good.
you're good.
Maybe I could show you my piano real time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Meantime,
100%.
Go ahead and play some.
Yeah.
All right. You might know this song. I'm sure.
I don't know. You're not playing it. We don't know it.
I might.
I might know it.
Alrighty. How you like that?
Hey.
Wow.
Oh, Big Wall, you're muted.
That's super dope, bruh. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
shit! Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
those of you who are not in the streaming world, when we, like the host, we'll mute our mics so that he gets the whole entire, like, so there's no feedback when he plays. So it just
Yeah.
goes directly for him. So that's why.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have to remind the other person, like, your mic is, you're not on.
But I was listening to the music and I didn't
I
even realize,
know.
you know what I'm saying?
My mic is muted.
No, it was me.
Oh.
No,
It
you're
was
good.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Big Wall, yeah.
Yeah. That's dope, bro. When did you first start playing the piano, man? And like and knew that you was gonna like incorporate it into your music like that? Because that was dope.
I started like probably like right when I was 8 years old, like when my mom bought that piano. So I started with there, and yeah, so like I told you, I got into music school after that, and I started learning more and more and getting better at it. And then after that, I started teaching myself more, and I more play by ear now. So yeah, I just learn it as I go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, tell us about Hold On, because
I'm
hold on.
wait,
I don't know if Big
you
Wall
want
got
to
a
see
chance to
my
look it up.
production class or something? Hold on, I got it. Hold up.
He got it. Yay. But now Arby had this idea for the whole pandemic, and that's what this song is actually kind of about. So maybe give us a bit more detail about the song too.
Oh yeah. Oh, the pandemic song. Yes.
Mhm.
That's from my boy Dennis Kami, my artist. He's a great guy. I love work with him. Has a great voice.
Yeah.
So we met together I used to do like a beat performance at a club, and from there, like he liked my beat, so we started linking up, and then we started working together. I didn't know he sang back then, but eventually I did figure it out, and we started working. So he came up with an idea that no, first with the song that you're referring to, Hold On, that started with me making the beat, right? So I sent it to him. I called it Hold On before, and before he even wrote to it. So he just used that, and he wrote around it, and he came up with a beautiful masterpiece.
That's
Oh,
dope.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It is
That's
so
dope.
good. Yeah.
So we started.
You spoke about your artists. You got a label. How many people you got on your on your label as far as artists?
Well, I got quite a few on my roster.
Okay.
KL, Dennis Kami's one. I'm working with my next artist called Sandelson. He's a dancehall artist. I got Triggs, I got a lot of them. So I got Olivia Bronx, she too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
got quite
dope.
a few on the list.
So
Okay.
you got a whole little roster, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is that where I could turn? Okay. You guys recognize? I'm sure you recognize this beat, right? You guys know this?
Mhm.
You guys recognize that, right?
Yep.
Anyways, yeah, that's you know the name, right, Cari?
Uh-huh. I'm like, Tone, I'm messaging Tone. I'm like, it's called Bareback. And I said it went viral.
Yeah, that's the production to Bareback, you know. So
And like, okay, what is
I think I should
stream
break
count?
this down if you guys want, you know.
What's the
How it went
stream
down.
count for that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How many views, like how many streams for Bareback now?
Over 5 million now.
5 million.
Yes.
Yes.
5 million streams, going crazy. Like
Yeah.
how does it feel to get to the point where you know you started something, making it on Fruity Loops, and it end up 5 million people hearing your beats? You know what I'm saying? How does that feel,
Honestly,
bro?
I never saw that coming, to be honest. I never really saw it. I never knew it was gonna reach that far, you know. Like
Yeah.
I'm really happy it reached that far.
5
Like,
million views.
I made the
5
beat.
million.
I knew the beat was a real good beat. I knew it was gonna be a
Yeah.
hit song when I heard it, but it honestly exceeded my expectations. Honestly,
Yeah.
like, it was just amazing.
Well, because it's got a good beat. What do you expect? Every
5 million.
those viral songs, they
Shout
have
out to
that good beat.
Cari.
They're gonna go viral, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Acoustic. You know, yo, man. It was
That's
amazing.
dope, bro.
I got a feeling when I made the beat. I'm like, yo, this is just it's gonna go far. And
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
And then your Hold On song with Dennis Comey is at 444K views.
oh no.
That was just a year ago.
Yeah. That's another hit song. I love it. It's one of my favorite songs. You know, it really
And Bareback was
I listen to it a lot, you know. It helps me, it motivates me, it keeps me like going, you know, when I'm feeling down. So
yeah.
actually the first time he sent me it was I was at a very low point in my life. And when I heard that song, it instantly just lifted me back up. I was like, wow, this is amazing.
Now that's dope. When your own music gives you inspiration, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
Because we all need it in the culture, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a huge part of it. When you can make the type of music that resonates not only with the people who listening to it, it resonates with you. Because you know a lot of people don't listen to their music when they make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dope, bro. That's super dope, man. So tell us what you got next, man. You know, because what we gonna do, man. We gonna bring you back on a special series, and we just gonna have you play music. We gonna talk a little bit about what you got coming up, and we want you to put on a show. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna do that real soon. You know what I'm saying? And put something together. But before you get out of here, let everybody know where they can reach you at. All your social media, your platforms, everything, you know what I'm saying? And let us know what you got coming up next, bro.
Yeah, okay. Well, first I got a couple of projects I'm working on. Like my next artist I got Sandelson. He's from here, the next dancehall artist. So I got a next single coming with him that'll be dropping by next year. So I would like you guys hear it, but I don't know if I should.
Well, you know what happens when people come on my show.
Yeah.
Give little, breadcrumbs to their next projects, or they play it here first. You know how it goes, right?
we gonna save it because we gonna put on a show. You know what I'm saying? You gonna come through and you gonna play the piano, play your music, and we just gonna have a whole little listening session where you can get down. So we gonna save it. You know what I'm saying?
I have another one coming with Dennis Comey too. So
dope.
You look out with that, and more with Kay, of course.
Yeah, he wasn't making music for a while, and then all of a sudden he posted up he was making music again, and I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know if it was going to be with you, but now that I know, then that's good, because then it ends up being a better song. So I look forward to them. They're pretty good. So they always make them like.
Wait, you got one your video with Cari in it?
I know. Well, that's the Hold On one. I'm in there, but yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah,
it's gonna be fun. Yeah. I know you always and then you asked me to be in another video, and I was like, I couldn't. I didn't even have time. I was so busy.
If we have more, we'll have you in.
Yeah,
that's okay. Well, and then Big Tone can be in one too. We can do one with the show.
look, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we can make it a whole thing. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna have to play that video from Cari. You know what I'm saying? We probably gonna play that. We gonna start the show. Our next show, we're gonna play that video with you and Cari in it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna kick off our show, our next show like that. You know what I'm saying?
All right. For sure, man.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, do you want to know where you can follow me and everything?
Yeah, let everybody know where we can find you on your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, everything. Let us know, man.
You name it.
I got like follow me on Instagram at rbkeys001, on Twitter at the real rbkeys1, and you can follow me on Facebook rbkeys, TikTok rbkeys001, Snapchat at rbkeys001. So, and YouTube, rbkeys. So hit me up.
That's what's up, brother. We want to thank you for coming through to the Culture Connection, man. Your energy was dope. We love your story, and that's why we're gonna have to spin a block and bring you back so we can hear some more of that dope music, man. You know what I'm saying? I really want to thank you for coming through, bro.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
I can't wait to show you what I got coming next. A lot of good things coming.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep it going. So I hope to be on the show again soon.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure to be here. So I appreciate you guys having me on here.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe he can make a beat for our introduction song or something.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
More homework.
You already know the vibes, man.
I don't know.
Look, we love the energy, bro. And like I said, we gonna invite you back on, and we're gonna do something extra dope with you. You know what I'm saying? By that time, your video probably be at 10 million. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so. Oh yeah.
You already know the vibes, man. So we want to thank you for coming on to the show, man. We're gonna talk to you soon, okay?
Yeah, man. Thank you, man.
All right, no problem, bro.
Yes.
Cari. Man, RB, man. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling about RB? Look. I didn't know he played the piano that good. You know what I'm saying? Like that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? I love artists that's not afraid to tap into other, lanes of music. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's amazing.
That's true. Like anyone, well, that's the thing too, because I know music production, like the beats and everything, can be done electronically on computers or things like that, or just like a regular keyboard. But to actually be able to play a piano, that's like it's skills, right? But yeah, he's been playing since I think what he said 8 years old or something. So, but to be able to bring that talent across the board into what you do every day, then that shows like, I think parents actually should be doing that. They should be teaching their kids some type of, like I think some people do violin or they do piano, like the typical stuff. But, maybe there's something else out there that they can learn, and then that can go into maybe like something down the line. Who knows, right? Like
absolutely.
Like people they have amazing talents out there. You never know. It's like I always kind of like want people to kind of dabble into different things to kind of see what they're good at. And then because you never know, we have all these hidden talents, and it's just like, oh, all of a sudden I know how to do this. I can do that because I took a class, so you never know. But yeah, but he's been lucky enough to be able to use that talent into, like I said, to what he does today. So it's pretty cool. Like
super talented, man. We're gonna have to make this shower studio thing an official thing. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna start bringing these artists on, and we just gonna give them the platform because we everywhere. So we just gonna give them the platform to come on here, play music, do what they do. You know what I mean? And we just gonna be the vessel for it. So we locked in. We just getting started. We got so many ideas and so many things that we gonna bring to the Culture Connection. Me and Cari will be back here next Tuesday with the same vibe, the same energy, with another dope artist, you know what I'm saying, with another dope conversation. And like we always say, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all tuning in. And we just getting started, you know what I'm saying? This is your boy, Big Wall.
And your girl, Cari, here on
Culture
Connection.
And like I always say, Your culture makes you who you are. So make sure they respect it. We're going to catch you on the next show. We up out of here.
Everyone.
Yo, it's always a riot. You know what I'm talking about? Every time, every show. See y'all next week.
All you gotta do is hush, you ain't gotta say much when you make that right connection. If you wanna double up, keep the money in the tuck, I can put you in the right direction. I can never get enough, all I got is us, I speak the true confessions. Everything goes smooth cause I stay on the move and make them right connections. All you gotta do is hush, you ain't gotta say much when you make them right connections. If you wanna double up, keep the money in the tuck, I can put you in the right direction. I can never get enough, all I got is us, I speak the true confessions.